Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a video on my Smoke Hollow electric smoker, and I'm going to do some baby back ribs. First thing you want to do, and these are just awesome ribs, is maybe trim a little of this fat off. I'll do that. And first you want to rinse it off really good. When you bring it home, rinse it off, and then there's a thin membrane on the back of the ribs here, and you can stick a spoon under it and get a little piece of it. Maybe use paper towel to grab a hold of it, and you want to get that off. Some people leave it on, but if you take it off, the rub that we're going to put on will absorb in a lot better. So okay, we got the meat rinsed off really good, and we got the membrane, the thin membrane off, and we want to just pat it dry with a paper towel to dry the meat up a little bit. So we're gonna use the 2-2-1 method with baby back ribs. With spare ribs, you can use like a 3-2-1 method. It needs a little longer. Baby back ribs, the meat, there's not as much meat on the bone, so you can cook it a little less time. Okay, we got the meat all ready to go, dried out, ready for put the rub on. This is actually the day before I'm going to smoke. You don't have to put the rub on the day before, but I think it gives the meat a little bit better flavor and maybe tenderizes it just a little more. It kind of marinates into that with that rub on it. There's a lot of different types of rub. Go to your meat market. This is where I bought my meat, and they'll talk to them. They'll tell you. A lot of them have the same ingredients pretty much. You know, it's whatever you prefer. Most of them have, you know, salt, sugar, paprika. There's a list of everything right there. Garlic powder, onion powder. Hickory smoke flavors. I'm going to be doing mine with hickory wood. There's different woods you can use, but I've always liked the hickory wood, so the hickory flavor to the smoke. Okay, I'm going to put the rub on, and we'll just sprinkle that on both sides of the meat, and then we're going to wrap it in plastic and put it in the fridge till tomorrow. We're just sprinkling it all in the meat liberally, you know. We'll put a little bit more on tomorrow, but get it, cover the meat good, flip it over, and then do the other side same way. Okay, we got the rub sprinkled on liberally. Get yourself a big piece of saran wrap and wrap her up, and we'll stick her in the fridge till tomorrow, and we'll continue with the video. Okay, we're going to be using the Smoke Hollow electric smoker. I like it. It's a pretty nice smoker. You might want to get yourself one of these. It's a little torch to get the wood started initially. It helps out a lot. You use your wood dry in this. I'm going to be using hickory. You can use apple, whatever you want. We're doing baby back ribs. The USDA recommends the temperature to be 145 for pork chops, tenderloin, ribs. We're not going to be using a meat thermometer because with ribs it's too hard to get the probe into the meat, so we're going to be relying more on time. If you want, when you're all done, we're using the 2-2-1 method, which is hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour. You can check it at the end with a thermometer, but usually 5 hours with ribs is plenty of time. This one's kind of a mess right now. I didn't clean it up too good last time I used it, but every time you use it, you can just take a wet rag and dampen it, or wipe it down good. I always get a piece of tin foil to put on the bottom underneath the element. Take really good care of your element. My first element lasted a year because I didn't take good care of it. I think the drippings the big thing is to protect it from the drippings. The drippings get on, build up, and then you get a hot spot on the element and it shorts out the wires inside the element, which ruins them. A new element's like $50, so that's the disadvantage with these electric smokers. But the advantage is, and what I like a lot about, is you can just set it and let her go. The temperature's easier to control, the interior temperature of the smoker, I think. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, also a couple more things I get is, I bought for this was one of these grill rugs, because these have a tendency to leak a little grease. If you're doing it in your garage, you don't want to get grease all over the place or on your concrete. If the older men and women, if they remember the old skillets, it's basically what it is, to put power to the element, and you have your high, medium, low, and off. Before you get started too, you probably want to spray a little PAM on the grill so it don't stick. The controller plugs right into the side here. You want to use try to plug it directly into a wall outlet, without an extension cord. If you have to use an extension cord, you don't want it too long, and you want to use a heavy duty one. I use this I have a short, just a heavy duty air conditioner cords. They're kind of expensive, but if you don't use it, you'll probably blow the circuits. Of course, most houses have 15 and 20 amp. The bigger the circuit, the better. I have 20 amp in my garage. A lot of them have 20 amp, so go for that. Now that we have the basic operation and getting started, I'm trying to think. Also, the wood chips, with this smoker, you want to use the real fine wood chips, because you're doing it dry. Some of them you have to soak them in water. This one you don't. Let's get started. Now that we got some of the basic information to get started with the Smoke Hollow Electric, to do baby back ribs, I've already used 8 minutes up, and it takes forever to download these onto YouTube. I'm going to do video 2. I hate to do 2 videos because I know what it's like watching 2 videos, but if you want to, I'll go through the whole process and cook the meat, actually cook the baby back ribs for some of the best mouth-watering ribs you'll ever eat. So watch video 2 for the process. Thank you, everyone.